Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we focus on practical, science-backed health tips, specifically for adults over 60. So if that sounds like something you need in your life, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now and tap that bell so you never miss a video that could genuinely improve your health and well-being. Now, let's talk about something that millions of seniors struggle with, but very few talk about openly: sleep, or more specifically, the lack of it. Here's a fact that might surprise you. According to the National Institute on Aging, nearly 50% of adults over the age of 60 report some form of sleep difficulty. That's half of everyone in that age group. Half. And yet, so many people just accept it. They say things like, well, I'm getting older, I guess I just don't need as much sleep anymore. But here's the truth that doctors want you to understand. That is a myth, a dangerous one. Adults over 60 still need 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every single night. Your body doesn't suddenly stop needing rest just because you've celebrated a few more birthdays. In fact, sleep becomes even more critical as you age because your body uses that time to repair cells, consolidate memories, regulate your immune system, manage your blood pressure, and balance your hormones. When you don't sleep well, the consequences are serious. Poor sleep in seniors has been directly linked to increased risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, depression, anxiety, cognitive decline, memory loss, weakened immunity, and even a higher risk of dangerous falls. One study published in the journal Sleep found that older adults who consistently sleep fewer than 6 hours per night have a significantly higher risk of developing Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia. So, no, poor sleep is not just an inconvenience, it's a genuine health risk. But here's the good news: you don't need a prescription, you don't need expensive gadgets, and you definitely don't need to just accept it. What you need are the right strategies. And that's exactly what I'm going to give you today. 5 proven sleep hacks that actually work, explained in a way that's simple, practical, and easy to start tonight. Let's get into it. Hack number 1 is what sleep researchers call the 90-minute wind down rule. Now, let me ask you a question. What does your typical evening look like before bed? Are you watching the news, scrolling through your phone or tablet? Maybe you're having a late snack or catching up on a dramatic television show? If so, here's what's happening inside your body without you even realizing it. Your brain is being stimulated. Your stress hormones, particularly cortisol and adrenaline, are being activated. And the blue light from your screens is actively suppressing your body's production of melatonin, which is the natural hormone that tells your brain it's time to sleep. In other words, you're accidentally telling your body to stay awake, right when you need it to shut down. The 90-minute wind down rule is simple. Exactly 90 minutes before your intended bedtime, you begin a deliberate transition from awake mode to sleep mode. Here's how it works in practice. During the first 30 minutes of that 90-minute window, so starting an hour and a half before bed, you finish up any tasks for the day. Wash the dishes, set out your clothes for tomorrow, lock the doors, take care of the small things that might otherwise sit in the back of your mind and keep you awake. During the second 30 minutes, you turn off all screens. That means the television, the phone, the tablet, the computer, all of it. Instead, you switch to a calming activity: reading a physical book or magazine, listening to soft music, doing a gentle crossword puzzle, having a quiet conversation with your spouse or partner. During the final 30 minutes, you move into your sleep preparation routine. Brush your teeth, wash your face, change into comfortable sleepwear, dim the lights in your bedroom, maybe do some gentle stretching or the breathing exercise I'm going to teach you in hack number 3. Now, I know what some of you are thinking: 90 minutes? That's a long time. But here's why this works so well for adults over 60 specifically. As we age, our circadian rhythm, that's our internal body clock, becomes more sensitive to disruption. It takes longer for the brain to transition from alertness to sleepiness. By giving yourself this structured wind down period, you're working with your body's natural rhythm instead of against it. Many seniors ignore this completely and then wonder why they can't fall asleep. They go from watching an intense crime drama at 10:45 to trying to sleep at 11. That's like slamming the brakes on a car going 70 miles per hour and expecting it to stop instantly. Your brain simply doesn't work that way. Try the 90-minute wind down tonight. You will notice a difference. Hack number 2 is the cool room technique, and this one is backed by some fascinating science. Your body has a natural temperature cycle that's closely connected to your sleep cycle. In the evening, as bedtime approaches, your core body temperature naturally begins to drop. This drop in temperature is actually one of the key signals that triggers your brain to release melatonin and initiate sleep. But here's the problem many seniors face. As we age, our body's ability to regulate temperature becomes less efficient. Many older adults tend to keep their homes quite warm, understandably, because feeling cold is uncomfortable. But a bedroom that's too warm actually fights against your body's natural sleep mechanism. Sleep researchers at institutions like Harvard Medical School and the National Sleep Foundation have found that the ideal bedroom temperature for sleep is between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. That's roughly 15 to 19 degrees Celsius for those who use that scale. Now, I'm not saying you need to turn your bedroom into a refrigerator, but if your room is consistently above 70 degrees at night, that could be one of the hidden reasons you're struggling to fall asleep. Here are some practical ways to implement this. Lower your thermostat about an hour before bed. If you don't want to cool the whole house, use a small fan in your bedroom. Choose breathable bedding materials. Cotton or bamboo sheets work wonderfully. And here's a little trick that sleep experts love. Take a warm bath or shower about 60 to 90 minutes before bed. It sounds counterintuitive, but what happens is that the warm water brings blood to the surface of your skin, and when you step out, your body cools down rapidly. This accelerated cooling mimics and enhances the natural temperature drop that signals sleep. One of my viewers, a lovely woman named Margaret, 73 years old, told me she had been struggling with falling asleep for over 5 years. She tried medications, herbal teas, everything. Then she simply started lowering her bedroom temperature to 65 degrees and taking a warm shower before bed. She said she started falling asleep in under 15 minutes for the first time in years. Sometimes the simplest changes make the biggest difference. Hack number 3 is one of my absolute favorites, and it's called the 478 breathing method. This technique was popularized by Dr. Andrew Weil, a world-renowned integrative medicine physician, and it's based on an ancient yogic breathing practice called pranayama. But don't let that intimidate you. It's incredibly simple, completely free, and you can do it lying right there in your bed. Here's exactly how it works. First, place the tip of your tongue against the ridge of tissue just behind your upper front teeth. Keep it there throughout the entire exercise. Step 1. Exhale completely through your mouth, making a gentle whooshing sound. Step 2. Close your mouth and inhale quietly through your nose for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step 3. Hold your breath for a count of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Step 4. Exhale completely through your mouth, making that whooshing sound again for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's one complete cycle. You then repeat this for a total of 4 cycles. Now, why does this work so well? When you're lying awake at night unable to sleep, your nervous system is typically in what's called a sympathetic state. That's the fight or flight mode. Your heart rate is slightly elevated, your muscles are tense, and your mind is racing. The 478 method forces your body to shift into the parasympathetic state. That's the rest and digest mode. The extended exhale activates your vagus nerve, which directly slows your heart rate and calms your entire nervous system. For seniors specifically, this is incredibly valuable because many older adults deal with nighttime anxiety, worrying about health, finances, family, or just the general uncertainty that comes with aging. This breathing technique doesn't just relax your body, it quiets your mind. It gives your brain something specific to focus on instead of spiraling into worry. I recommend practicing this technique during the day a few times first so you become comfortable with the rhythm. Then, when you use it at bedtime, it will feel natural and automatic. Many people report feeling noticeably drowsy by the third or fourth cycle. Some don't even make it through all four cycles before they're drifting off. And if you're over 60 or caring for an elderly loved one, this information could be genuinely life-changing. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a biological necessity. And these simple techniques can make the difference between lying awake frustrated and drifting into peaceful, restorative rest. So please, if this video is helping you, take a moment right now to hit the like button and share this with someone who needs it. You might not realize it, but sharing this video could help someone you love finally get the rest they deserve. Hack number 4 is something that therapists and sleep psychologists have recommended for decades, and it's called the worry journal strategy. Let me paint a picture. You're in bed, the lights are off, everything is quiet, and suddenly your brain decides that right now, right this very moment, is the perfect time to remind you about every single thing you need to worry about. The doctor's appointment on Thursday, the strange noise your car was making, whether you remembered to pay the electric bill, that conversation with your daughter last week that didn't go so well. Sound familiar? You're nodding, aren't you? I know because almost every senior I talk to experiences this. It's so common that sleep researchers have a name for it. They call it cognitive arousal, and it is one of the single biggest reasons adults over 60 struggle to fall asleep. Your brain, in the quiet darkness, has nothing to distract it. So it starts processing, planning, worrying, and once that cycle starts, it's incredibly difficult to stop unless you give your brain permission to let go. That's exactly what the worry journal does. Here's the method. Keep a simple notebook and pen on your nightstand. Not your phone, a physical notebook. About 20 to 30 minutes before bed, during that wind down period we talked about in hack number 1, sit down and spend 5 to 10 minutes writing down everything that's on your mind. Write down your worries. Write down your to-do list for tomorrow. Write down anything unresolved that's nagging at you. Don't try to solve these problems. Don't analyze them. Just transfer them from your mind onto the paper. Then close the notebook and set it aside. What you're doing psychologically is incredibly powerful. You're telling your brain, I've acknowledged these concerns. They're recorded. They're safe. They're not going to be forgotten. I can deal with them tomorrow. But right now, I have permission to rest. A study published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology found that participants who spent just 5 minutes writing a to-do list before bed fell asleep significantly faster than those who wrote about tasks they had already completed. The act of offloading future concerns freed the mind from the need to keep rehearsing them. For seniors, this is especially powerful because many of the worries that keep you up at night are things you genuinely cannot solve at 11 o'clock at night. The worry journal isn't about fixing problems. It's about creating a mental boundary between daytime concerns and nighttime rest. One gentleman told me he had been lying awake for an hour or more every night for 2 years. He started using the worry journal, and within 1 week, he was falling asleep in under 20 minutes consistently. He called it a miracle. I call it science. But either way, it works. And now we've arrived at hack number 5, the one you've been waiting for, the military method. This technique was originally developed by the United States Navy pre-flight school to help fighter pilots fall asleep quickly under extremely stressful conditions. These were young men who needed to make split-second life or death decisions in combat, and fatigue-related mistakes were getting people killed. The military needed a way to ensure that pilots could fall asleep anywhere, anytime, in any conditions, and they needed it to work fast. After 6 weeks of practice, 96% of pilots who used this technique could fall asleep in 2 minutes or less, not 10 minutes, 2 minutes, even sitting upright in chairs, even with the sound of simulated gunfire in the background, even after drinking coffee, 96% success rate. That's extraordinary. This method was described in the 1981 book Relax and Win by Lloyd Bud Winter, and it has been validated by modern sleep research. Here's the complete technique step by step. Step 1, relax your face. Close your eyes and consciously relax every muscle in your face. your forehead, your cheeks, your jaw. Let your tongue go loose in your mouth. Let the muscles around your eyes go completely slack. If it helps, imagine warm honey slowly spreading across your face, melting every bit of tension as it goes. Step 2. Drop your shoulders. Let them fall as low as they can go, as if they're sinking into the mattress. Then relax your arms, one at a time. Start with your dominant arm. Let your upper arm go limp, then your forearm, then your hand. Then do the same with your other arm. Step 3. Exhale slowly and relax your chest. Let your breathing become natural and easy. Feel your chest soften and your lungs settle into a gentle rhythm. Step 4. Relax your legs. Start with your right thigh. Let it go completely heavy and limp. Then your right calf. Then your right foot. Repeat with your left leg. Feel each muscle group surrendering to gravity, melting into the bed. Step 5. Clear your mind for 10 seconds. This is the crucial final step. For 10 seconds, try to think of absolutely nothing. If thoughts intrude, and they will at first, use one of these 3 mental images to gently push them away. Image 1. Imagine yourself lying in a canoe on a perfectly calm lake with nothing above you but clear blue sky. Image 2. Imagine yourself lying in a black velvet hammock in a completely dark, warm room. Image 3. Simply repeat the words, don't think, don't think, don't think, slowly and gently in your mind for 10 seconds. That's it. That's the complete method. Now, here's what I want you to understand about this technique. It may not work perfectly the first night, or even the first week. The pilots who used this needed about 6 weeks of consistent practice before it became automatic. But once it clicks, and it will click, you'll have a skill that serves you for the rest of your life. For seniors, this method is particularly effective because it addresses both physical tension and mental chatter simultaneously. Many older adults hold tremendous tension in their bodies without realizing it, especially in the jaw, shoulders, and legs. The progressive relaxation component releases that physical tension, while the mental clearing technique handles the cognitive arousal we discussed in hack number 4. I also want to mention something important. If you have chronic pain, as many seniors do, you might find certain areas difficult to fully relax. That's okay. Don't fight it. Simply acknowledge the sensation, breathe into that area gently, and do the best you can. Over time, the relaxation will deepen, and many people actually report that their perception of pain decreases as they become more skilled at this technique. The military method is, in my experience, the single most powerful falling asleep technique available, and it costs nothing, requires no equipment, and has no side effects. Now, before we wrap up, I want to give you a few bonus tips that will make all 5 of these hacks even more effective. First, consistency is everything. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every single day, including weekends. Your body's internal clock thrives on routine, and irregular sleep schedules are one of the most common sleep disruptors for seniors. Second, watch your caffeine. Many people over 60 don't realize that their body processes caffeine much more slowly than it did when they were younger. That cup of coffee you have at 2 in the afternoon, it could still be affecting you at 10 at night. Try cutting off all caffeine by noon and see if that makes a difference. Third, be careful with naps. Short naps of 20 minutes or less can be refreshing, but long naps, especially in the late afternoon, can steal from your nighttime sleep. If you nap, keep it brief and keep it before 2 in the afternoon. Fourth, get natural sunlight during the day, especially in the morning. Sunlight exposure helps regulate your circadian rhythm and boosts natural melatonin production at night. Even 20 minutes of morning sunlight can significantly improve your sleep quality. And fifth, if you've been struggling with sleep for more than a few weeks and nothing seems to help, please talk to your doctor. There are medical conditions common in seniors, such as sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, and certain medication side effects that can severely disrupt sleep and require professional treatment. There is no shame in asking for help. Let me quickly recap the 5 proven sleep hacks we covered today. Hack number 1, the 90-minute wind down rule. Give your brain a structured transition from wakefulness to sleep by turning off screens and calming your environment 90 minutes before bed. Hack number 2, the cool room technique. Lower your bedroom temperature to between 60 and 67 degrees and consider a warm bath before bed to trigger your body's natural sleep response. Hack number 3, the 478 breathing method. Use this powerful breathing pattern to activate your body's relaxation response and quiet your racing mind. Hack number 4, the worry journal strategy. Spend 5 to 10 minutes before bed writing down your worries and to-do list, giving your brain permission to let go. And hack number 5, the military method. Use progressive muscle relaxation combined with mental clearing to fall asleep in as little as 2 minutes, just like United States Navy pilots. You don't have to try all 5 tonight. Start with 1 or 2 that resonate with you. Practice them consistently. Give them time. And I believe, with everything I know about sleep science, that you are going to see real improvement. You deserve restful sleep. You deserve to wake up feeling refreshed and energized. You deserve nights that leave you recharged and ready for the beautiful days ahead. Sleep is not a luxury, it is your right, and it is absolutely within your reach. I want you to know something. If you've been struggling with sleep, you are not broken. You are not too old to sleep well. Your body still knows how to rest. It just needs the right signals. And now you have those signals. If this video helped you, even just a little, I'd be so grateful if you'd hit that like button. It truly helps this channel reach more seniors who need this information. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We post new videos every week focused specifically on health, wellness, and quality of life for adults over 60. Hit subscribe and tap that notification bell so you never miss a video. I'd also love to hear from you in the comments below. Which of these 5 hacks are you going to try tonight? Or if you have your own sleep tip that works wonders, share it with our community. We learn so much from each other. And finally, if you have a friend, a spouse, a parent, a neighbor, or anyone in your life over 60 who struggles with sleep, please share this video with them. Sometimes the most caring thing you can do for someone is send them information that could change their life. Thank you so much for watching. Sleep well tonight. You've earned it. I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves.